former top advisor, was convicted of contempt of Congress in 2022, and his sentence is 4 months in prison, which now, 2 years later, he will begin actually serving. My panel is back here with me. This is very much directly related to what we were talking about before the break, which is the claims of the weaponization of the Biden Justice Department, which there is absolutely no evidence to back up. But maybe more importantly, the promise/threat that by people like Steve Bannon just a couple of days ago on his podcast or radio show, that if Donald Trump is elected again, they will seek retribution with the courts and with the DOJ.
Right. Steve Bannon has been very outspoken about this. He's been candid about this. He has said Republican prosecutors at this point should be making a name for themselves. That's what he texted my colleagues on Tuesday by prosecuting Democratic prosecutors. This is very clear, and it comes from the words of some of Trump's very allies. It's not just accusations.
Right. I mean, he did say, I think it's a conversation that you're referring to, that he is calling for a, quote, purge of the Justice Department if Donald Trump wins election this November. And, you know, this Steve Bannon is not someone who's necessarily in daily contact with Donald Trump anymore, but he still carries so much influence in that sort of MAGA world that when you see that kind of rhetoric and those and that coming from coming from someone like Bannon, you know that is a view that has, you know, that is in a lot of that part of the right.
And it's not just view, it's actually just quickly action. I mean, he was the one who said explicitly what was going to happen on January 6th publicly before it happened.
It did. And it's not just Steve Bannon. Stephen Miller, who also was formerly in the Trump administration, who could very well end up in a second one. And Donald Trump himself has said that he wants to install loyalists across the board, whether it's at the Justice Department or other agencies. So that way he has yes men around him and he can do whatever he wants, be it going after President Joe Biden or other Democrats.